Hi, and welcome to Who Rocks New Mexico. I'm Richard Holcomb. Each week we get up close and personal with the companies that rock New Mexico and take you behind the scenes to get the story behind the story. Today we'll travel north and spend some time with Mark Johnson of Soluna Solar, who's turning northern New Mexico onto the sun in a big way. We'll take a ride on Albuquerque's party trolley, then we'll meet some amazing folks and their incredible flying machines. But first, let's get together with Clint Satterfield of BAC Roofing and some real people who have the last roof they'll ever own.
BAC Enterprises stands for Bill and Clint. My father and I, we're general contractors. The name was changed in 1983. Before that, it was Satterfield Construction, and my father had been a general contractor since 1968. The difference between BAC Enterprises and everyone else is the quality of our installs. We care what the product looks like, how the product performs. We don't want to ever have to see you again except for to thank you for referring us to another customer.
Every time I meet someone at a luncheon or dinner and their problems come up about their roof, they get a full BAC sales pitch. Because what is there not to sell about BAC when it's professionally done, lifetime warranty, transferable. We bought this house new in '04, and from day one we had roof leaks. The builder and the roofer and most all the subs went bankrupt. So I got on the internet and that's how I found BAC. I then called for an appointment in Albuquerque, talked to Bill, the sales manager. He came out. We made the appointment. He was very professional. He gave us a quote on the spot after he went up and measured, naturally, the roof. And we knew from then on we'd made the right decision, and their crew that came out right on time was very professional.
Well, having been in real estate, I knew without a doubt how important it is to have a warranty for a buyer. The customer only wants what they ordered. And I find that so true of dealing with BAC.
I like to go into homes and meet people and talk to them one-on-one. But we'll sit down at the kitchen table, find out about them, see who they are, and what their needs are.
I get to talk to numerous people. I love having one-on-one conversations with them. And I tell people this all the time. We go out and correct the sins of the past, if you will. We go out and fix roofs that were done wrong.
We had a membrane roof for nearly 10 years. Actually, we were 3 months short of the 10th anniversary. It had leaked from day one. The other company was out probably 4 times a year to repair the leaks. 2 years ago, we had a major leak, and it caused about $8,000 worth of damage. We heard about BAC through Angie's List. They arrived on schedule. Actually, they arrived about 5 minutes ahead of time and waited outside the gate, which was really kind of impressive. Anyway, they were very good, cleaned up everything. There was never a mess. You wouldn't even know they were here. The lifetime warranty means a lot to us. We don't want to put another roof on the house. And we're not exactly spring chickens anymore, so we want to make sure that this lasts for our lifetime anyway.
I think our first job with BAC was the new home we built in '09. I believe that was the first job we did with them. It was new construction, good size hacienda style home that they came in and did a whole membrane roof on it. We've done a lot of remodel with them since. Basically, when I talk to a person about doing their home, I'll talk to them about different styles of roof that they can use. There's a lot of flat roofs in Santa Fe, as there is in Albuquerque. We've done a few metal and other roofs, but doing flat roofs, you have a couple different choices on what type of roof you're going to use. BAC has basically a lifetime material warranty. I believe it's 15-year transferable on labor and stuff. BAC Roofing, in our experience, has been fabulous for taking care of our business.
A lot of places rock our state too. Here's another Travel Guide New Mexico moment. If you're a fan of the International Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque, you might just want to head to Taos for another thrilling balloon ride. The Rio Grande Gorge near Taos is undoubtedly one of New Mexico's most beautiful landmarks. Unlike the Grand Canyon, which was carved out by the Colorado River, the Rio Grande Gorge was created by volcanic and seismic activity and is actually a separation in the Earth's crust. The river came later. Spectacular, isn't it? A lot of people have seen the Rio Grande Gorge, and when you come to Taos, it's one of the things that you absolutely have to see. But I'll bet not many of you have seen it the way that we're going to see it today. How about this for spectacular? Ed Smith, proprietor of the Pueblo Balloon Company in Taos, takes visitors on a balloon ride they'll never forget.
What we are doing is we are flying in the Rio Grande Gorge outside Taos, New Mexico. And this is the neatest flight in the whole world. Not just the state, but the whole world.
You've taken people up from all over the world.
Yes,
what do they
we have.
say about this flight?
We have flown folks that have flown in Kenya, the Serengeti, Australia, New Zealand, Turkey. And they all say the same thing, that our flight here in the gorge was better and more fun. So that makes us very, very proud.
Tammy and Mike, who are visiting from Missouri, are two of the lucky few who got the chance to fly in the gorge. So, what do you think?
It's great.
Is this a little bit better than it might have been in Missouri?
Oh, yeah.
Most pilots who fly the gorge can't resist the temptation of lightly touching down on the water.
Yeah, if you go in just a little bit, it's called a dip and drip. And if you go in up to your knees, it's called a splash and dash. And if you go in up to your neck, it's called a really big mistake.
So Ed, it's not everybody that gets to ride on the Rio Grande this way, is it?
No, sir. This is the best way.
After giving us a close-up look at the Rio Grande, Ed took us up for a slightly different look at the gorge. We're now about, what, Ed, 2,000 feet above ground?
Yep, 2,000 feet.
Talk to me a little bit about how high a balloon can go, because this is the high. I've been in a lot of balloon rides, but I've never been at 2,000 feet. So how high can they go?
We're limited by the FAA to about 14,000 above sea level because we don't have onboard oxygen. So here, since we're starting at 7,000, when we get to about 6,000, we're starting to push the FARs. Normally we try to get 1,000 to 2,000 feet so you can get a good, beautiful look of the Rio Grande Gorge Valley. But it's actually up to Mother Nature as to how high we fly.
I can't overstate the spectacular beauty of seeing the Rio Grande Gorge from a hot air balloon, and these pictures you're seeing just don't do the gorge justice. You have to see this for yourself. If you'd like information on how you can fly the gorge with the Pueblo Balloon Company, visit TravelGuideNewMexico.com.
If you'll raise your glasses, we have a toast to ballooning. The winds have welcomed you with softness. The sun has blessed you with his warm hands. For you have flown so high and so well that God has joined you in your laughter and set you gently back into loving arms of Mother Earth.
Cheers.
And our thanks today to Ed Smith, premier balloon pilot and owner of the Pueblo Balloon Company. Ed, thanks so much for letting us fly along with you today and meeting all these great new people from Pennsylvania and Missouri and all points on, and we'll see you again soon, my friend.
You bet, Mr. Richard. You're welcome, and like I said, come back and get high with us again sometime.
We'll do that. Up next, using solar power is less expensive than ever.
This is where many songs become one, and life dances in perfect rhythm. This is everyday life when it's embraced by the extraordinary. Like no place you've ever been before, this is Albuquerque.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson, the owner of American Tire and Service. Do you know what makes a great mechanic? What makes one shop better than another? Training is mighty important. Certification? You bet. Experience? The more the better. Knowledge? Cars are complicated nowadays, and believe me, these mechanics need to know a lot. But do you know what really makes a great mechanic? Heart. It's a passion that drives the mechanic to do the right thing every time. At American Tire, it's the first thing we look for in a mechanic. Of course they have the training, the certifications, the experience, and the knowledge. But heart is what makes it all work for you and for us. Our entire team is dedicated to professional service. We all know that's what it takes to bring you back. We've been helping people like you for over 25 years. We're locally owned and proud to serve you. Come ask for me by name, Doug Wilson. I'd love to serve you.
American Tire and Service on Highway 528 between Southern and Northern. The only guys for you.
What you don't need when it's time to close your mortgage is a nameless, faceless voice at the other end of a 1-800 number. What you do need is a licensed local loan officer who will attend your closing, sit with you and answer every one of the questions that you will surely have as you read and sign over 57 legal documents. At Frost Mortgage, we're licensed, we're professional, and we're local. We don't just close loans, we open doors.
Solar power is a perfect solution for today's energy demands, and there's a solar company in Dixon, New Mexico that's plugging into the sun in a big way.
Soluna Solar in Los Ebanistas is located in Dixon, New Mexico in the Embudo Valley. This area is rich with history. Having our business here is a wonderful aspect because we do give that feel of we're a hometown place. You're going to know us by name. We're always going to be there for you, and we're here to stay.
Soluna Solar is a division of Los Ebanistas Incorporated, which is our construction business. We spun off Soluna Solar doing solar thermal heating systems for the homes that we're building and some retrofits. The project that we're at today is a system that we originally put in about 4 years ago and added onto it just this year. And it offsets the natural gas bill by about 90%. We have it hooked into a backup heating system run by natural gas, but it has cut the energy production by 90%.
The house was an existing home that we bought maybe 5-6 years ago that Mark Johnson had built originally. And after we were in it for a while, I told Mark I wanted to see if we could do thermal solar. I think in a part of the country like this where we've got just abundant sunshine, to take advantage of that resource is a good thing. We can run the whole house on solar. Both hot water and thermal heat.
Soluna Solar is one of the few companies, and really the only one in the north, that we offer both solar thermal and hot water heat for houses and photovoltaic for grid-tied electrical systems.
What's neat about solar right now is that we believe that in about 3 to 5 years you'll be able to power your home from your roof or on your property cheaper than what you can buy energy from the local utility, which is very exciting and a new thing that we're trying to talk to our clients about and let them realize that solar technology is here, and why not put the sun to use.
It's time to dispel the myth that solar is too expensive. In just the last few years, solar costs have dropped about 2/3, making a residential system an 8 or 9 year payback and a business system 5 or 6 year payback. And then for the next 25 or 30 years after that, you'll have free electricity.
Behind us is one of our commercial jobs. This is Taos Charter School. It consists of 420 modules, and it's the community solar project. It's the first of its kind in New Mexico. The cool thing about this community solar project is that members of the Kit Carson utility will be able to purchase 1, 2, 3, however modules they desire in order to offset their bill at home. So what this system is doing, it's making energy here, even though it's not tied
directly to your home, it's still offsetting your bill. For whatever energy it's making here at this location, you're able to apply that to your utility bill.
A good reason to, the reason to pick Soluna Solar is because of our varied abilities in the construction business and in solar, thermal, and our renewable energy, our plumbing and electrical expertise. And you want to hire a company like us who has all of those talents in-house. To put it all in a nutshell, to go solar, you save money, it helps your pocketbook. Even better than that, you're doing something for the environment, you're doing something for your kids in the future, for your children and your children's children. And that's a really good reason to go solar.
Up next, leave the driving to us.
Need office space? 3791 Southern Boulevard in Rio Rancho represents an outstanding value in office space in the heart of Rio Rancho's business district. With clean and versatile space available, 3791 Southern Boulevard is a 2-story office building and offers good visibility with signage opportunities for tenants. There's only one suite of up to 2,700 square feet still available, so act now. For more information, call David at 505-259-3706.
Hi, I just saw Robert Wagner on television reading a script about reverse mortgages. Robert doesn't know anything about reverse mortgages, but I do. Every month at Frost Mortgage, we loan hundreds of thousands of dollars to seniors to eliminate their mortgage payments for the rest of their lives. How much better would your life be if you didn't have a mortgage payment to make next month? If you're 62 or older, give us a call and we'll show you how this wonderful mortgage program works.
Here's a concept that came from Europe that is probably saving lives right here in Albuquerque, the party trolley.
So the party trolley started actually from my adventures in Europe. I used to work at a pub crawl in Prague, and one question we never heard was, how are we going to get home? Because in Prague, there's so many options to get around. In Albuquerque, there's really not that many options, as well as affordable options. So we saw the bus system in Malta, and we really liked the kind of design of the buses there, and the affordability and options that you have in Prague. Merge those two ideas together, party trolley in Albuquerque.
Obviously the benefits of the party trolley, I mean, when you break it down, $5 for a ride on the party trolley versus $5,000 for a DWI, I mean, you make the choice.
It's not called the boring trolley, that's for sure. It's called the party trolley for a reason, and it's just a blast. Me and my friends love riding the party trolley, and you will too once you try it.
The events that we do are pub crawls, tailgates, bachelorette parties, corporate events. Wherever you need a safe ride, we can be there.
I'm a party trolley regular. The party trolley is a great time. It's fun, it's simple, it's cheap. One of the best things about the party trolley is you never have to go through DWI checkpoints or have to worry about lights in the rearview mirror. And best of all, it's safe.
Our membership is simple. $40 a month gets you unlimited rides in Zone 1 and Zone 2. One DWI costs about 10 years of membership with the party trolley. So instead of worrying about that, you can rest easy that your son or daughter is going to get home safe and sound.
The Party Trolley now offers title tours. We take real estate agents to new listings around Albuquerque to showcase their properties. It's a new and exciting way for realtors to do business. Join us on the Party Trolley.
Frost Mortgage has used mobile advertising since its infancy. A lot of people remember the limousine driving around town. It was a unique business concept at the time, and we're bringing it back with the Albuquerque Party Trolley. It's in front of thousands of people at tailgates, Lobo basketball games, and more to the point, it's driving up and down Nob Hill and constantly moving around town showing the Frost Mortgage image brand.
We get to have so much exposure just by buying a small ad on the TVs themselves without even paying for people to be brought to the lounge. I have ridden it. I only rode it with Paul, but I often refer it to a lot of my customers, especially if they've been drinking, because there's the bar right next door to the hookah lounge.
It works very well for us. We've had a lot of comments on it, and I would recommend Party Trolley to any advertiser that wants to get out there.
No water in Elephant Butte Lake? Who's kidding who? Coming up next. Who Rocks is asking you to save the date for the 2013 Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. The most spectacular sights and sounds that you'll ever see. And to get you ready for this year's Balloon Fiesta, Who Rocks New Mexico is going to share highlights of last year's event. Enjoy. We all go to Balloon Fiesta to watch the colorful balloons, but the real stars of the show are the pilots, who must maneuver their balloons safely amongst the hundreds that fly every day. And these pilots come from all over the country and all over the world, and they are the world's best.
Well, it's the greatest event in the world. It's the big show, as everybody says, Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta. 550 balloons, you can't match the flying. There's only a couple places in the world that has this phenomenon of the Albuquerque box, where you fly at one level and you can raise up as much as 100 feet and then come back straight the other direction. It's absolutely incredible flying.
I'm from Croatia, and it's about I think it's 10th time I'm in Albuquerque, and I enjoy it so much. Albuquerque is really a capital of the balloons in the world.
I'm coming from Belgium. I'm flying Nelly B, the pink elephant balloon. Kind of a special shape, yes. It's one of the biggest events in the world, and it's so, first of all, you see a lot of people. That's what it's really, for me, mostly about, is the other pilots and the people you meet, and it's just great to fly here around. I mean, it's a wide open space. It's just perfect to be here.
Plenty of long-range flying if you want to. You just have to be sure not land in cactus.
I fly a Adams balloon called Sunrise Angel, and it's a balloon that's not made anymore. It was built in 1976. And so it's like driving a 55 Chevrolet. It's a classic.
Like I said, the variety, so many different pilots from so many different areas.
Yeah, I like the match of the balloons and the people standing between the balloons, the public who is all around and are friendly and laughing, and yeah, everything, the whole atmosphere is very good over here.
We first came here 20 years ago, and we've done 15 fiestas in that period of time.
Getting together with everyone and having fun is like family. And the fact we've been doing this for so many years, we have people coming from Colorado, from Ohio, California. It's just fun.
Like a reunion.
Reunion for everybody.
I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I fly the Smokey Bear balloon. This is my 16th Fiesta. I've flown 5 or 6 different balloons here during the course of those 15 years. I see people that I don't see the whole rest of the year. This registration day is great because you walk 10 feet and then you meet somebody else that you haven't seen in a while. So it takes forever to get across the field here on these days. The flying is wonderful here in Albuquerque. Some of the best flying in the world as far as with the box and such. But it's mostly the people here that are so good. The international pilots, the camaraderie is what we come to Fiesta for.
Well, I'm from Lithuania. We are 2 teams here now, me and my dad. I'm here 3rd time, and my dad is, I don't know, 6th or 7th. So it's always nice to see a lot of balloons in the air.
I'm from Hamburg in Germany. It's my first time here at the Balloon Fiesta. I've been to Albuquerque once before, but I must say this is a very great thing. I've never seen such a massive balloon thing in my life before. It's great. It's awesome.
This is my 3rd year in Starlight, and I love it. It's exciting, it's fun, it's amazing. Every flight is completely different, and I meet great people.
What I like best about it, the camaraderie, the family of ballooning. Ballooning is kind of a small family, and we pretty much know each other. So when I come to Fiesta, it's like getting together with about 550 of my best friends.
This is my first time here in Albuquerque and also in America, and I'm really proud to be here to Festival to America. You know, it's a really long way. It's 30 hours of flying over here, and wow, it's something special, really special, yes.
Well, they say the water level in Elephant Butte Lake is down, and I want you to know that Who Rocks New Mexico traveled south to find out for ourselves the shocking truth coming up. It's been called the Jewel of the Desert, the largest body of water in New Mexico, surrounded by 200 miles of shoreline. And for camping, fishing, boating, water skiing, jet skiing, and just plain outdoor fun, the Elephant Butte Recreation Area is one big summer party for all ages.
What makes Elephant Butte Lake so great to recreate is the multitude of opportunities for people. There are many things to do on the lake. You can fish, there's swimming, there's wakeboarding, there's wake surfing, there's water skiing, and there's just hanging out. All those things are options on the lake.
Fishing right now is excellent here at Elephant Butte. Crappie, some of the biggest crappie I've ever seen come out of the lake has come out this year. I caught some from 1 pound to 2 pounds, and there was a 4-pound crappie came out of here.
We have most of the bass species represented in the lake. The striped bass is the big guy. They'll run this big, and they will, the lake record is 55 and change. There's also black bass, smallmouth bass, and the white bass. We've been in the top 10 in the country for white bass a number of years. Have some excellent guides here. These are the fishermen that are on the lake every day, whether they have a guide or not. They love to fish and they love to take people out and fish. The guides are very effective. When you go out with them, you generally catch fish.
This lake, whether it's up or down, doesn't make any difference. There's more shoreline here than you can even imagine covering in a day's time. And with it down like this, you have some sandy beaches that are just absolutely excellent to beach your boat and get out on and enjoy yourself.
Elephant Butte Lake is one of the few places in the country where you can come and park your tent or your RV right next to the water. You have your own beachfront property.
We've been coming here 20 years, and when we retired, we said that's where we're going to retire because we have the lake, the golf course, great shopping, and all kinds of off-roading activities and museums. When we first came here, the lake was full over the spillway, and we didn't have any beaches to camp on, and it was a little bit bigger lake, but even at the lowest level, this is the largest lake in New Mexico. Plenty of water, we don't have a shortage of beaches or anything. It's just a tremendous lake.
Well, that's Who Rocks for this week. I hope you liked the show as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. For more information on the Who Rocks segments or to find out how your organization can rock New Mexico, we invite you to go online to whorocksnm.com. I'm Richard Holcomb, inviting you to join us again next week for another Who Rocks New Mexico. Have a great week, everybody.